Oh, there's no early prelims. Okay, it's just prelims. Okay, Damir versus Joel. I think, what is this, Joel Alvarez's first UFC fight. Damir, I think I watched him once. I actually think he only had one fight in the UFC. I don't know too much about these guys, so I'm just gonna roll with whoever I think is gonna win with this one. I think I'm gonna roll with Joel. I'm gonna roll with Joel Alvarez. I'm gonna roll with the dude who's coming into the UFC. Usually those guys, I mean, they tend to be underdogs unless they already have a well-established name outside of the UFC. But I like rolling with underdogs, man. I've always liked rolling with the underdogs. So I'm gonna roll with Joel. And you got, this next fight is Rustam Khabilov versus Diego Ferreira. I watched both these guys, dude. Diego Ferreira's badass. I like him. I know he lost his last fight. I don't remember who he fought. I'm gonna look real quick. Fuck, who did he fight? Okay, well, anyways, fuck it. I'm gonna roll with Diego Ferreira on this one. I know Rustam is he's good with his takedowns and shit. It says on the UFC website he averages 4 takedowns per fight, which is really good. But yeah, I'm gonna roll with Diego Ferreira. I like that guy. Michel Prazeres, yeah, fucking tank, man. That guy's so beefy. He's just a beefcake, man. The tractor. Versus the Austrian Wonder Boy. I don't know who this guy is. Ismail Nordiev. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Sorry if I didn't say his name right. It's Brazil versus Austria. Fuck, I don't know anything about the other guy. I'm gonna roll with Michel Prazeres. Yeah, I'm gonna roll with that dude. I mean, he's a lot shorter, and it's a lot shorter for the weight class, but I feel like he's gonna win this fight. Next fight, Damir Hadzovic versus Marco Polo Reyes. I like Marco Polo Reyes. That guy knocks people out. And he hasn't, I mean, the people he's fought haven't been that bad. Yeah, I'm gonna roll with Marco Polo Reyes. The other dude's pretty good too, though. His record ain't bad, 12-4. But Marco Polo Reyes was on a hot streak. I think he was like on a 3-fight win streak, and then he ended up losing one. And then all of his fights in the UFC are all knockouts. Oh, he lost to James Vick. That's who it was. James Vick, I think TKO'd him, if I can remember, in the first round. Veronica Macedo versus Jillian Robertson. I watched Jillian Robertson and Veronica fight. I don't remember their last fights. I know Jillian's pretty good with submissions, though. Yeah, shit. I'm gonna roll with Jillian. I'm just gonna go off of whatever I feel like whoever's gonna win right off the top of my head. I'm not gonna think too much into it. Sometimes I think too much into the fights and I end up second guessing myself. So I'm gonna roll with Jillian Robertson. Daniel Tamir versus Chris Fishgold. I like Daniel Tamir's brother. I'm not a huge fan of Daniel Tamir though. David Tamir, that dude's a fucking beast. So I'm gonna roll with Chris Fishgold on this one. I watched his brother fight. I watched both of them fight. I think all of their fights, I watched their fights. Chris Fishgold, I've only seen him fight once. I don't remember who he fought. I haven't followed up on that guy. But I'm gonna roll with him. Dwight Grant and Carlo Pedersoli. Let's see what these. I've seen both of these guys fight, but I didn't remember who they fought either. It's been a while. The Body Snatcher and Cemento. Shit, dude, he's got a 75% KO rating. You can't really go off the paper shit though, dude, because you just never really know who's gonna win. When you're actually in the ring with someone, it's gonna be a totally different story. It's not always how the paper says it's gonna be, kind of. But I'm gonna roll with fucking shit, dude. Both these guys are pretty good. I watched Dwight Grant before he even got into the UFC. I think I'm gonna pick Dwight Grant. I think he's gonna win this one, possibly by TKO. Okay, we're going into the main card. Magomed Ankalaev, if that's how you say his name, and Khalid-san Abru. I don't know who neither of these guys are. Yeah, shit. Let me see if they have any kind of stats or anything. Okay, Magomed's 10-1. It doesn't show the other guy's record on the UFC website. I know his record's probably on some other website. Light heavyweight, so these are the big boys. 50% KO rating for Magomed, and doesn't show this is his first fight. Magomed had his he already had his debut after a few fights ago. I'm gonna roll with Magomed. Probably, man, is this dude from Russia? These guys, all these Magomeds, and yeah, he's from Russia. I knew it. 6'3". He's a big light heavyweight too. I'm gonna roll with Magomed on this one. I don't know anything about the other dude. The other guy seems kind of beefy and stocky. I haven't watched any of his tape. But yeah, I'm gonna roll with the wrestler, man. I'm gonna roll with the wrestler. Who? John Dotson and Peter Yan, man. I remember when John Dotson was in the what's the show called? I can't think of what's that show called? Ultimate Fighter. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. Yeah, so yeah, I remember watching John Dotson in the fucking Ultimate Fighter, and that guy, man, I've always been a fan of John Dotson. Just his work ethic and everything is just good, really good. But Peter Yan, this guy's an up and coming guy. He's a fucking beast. He's running through these dudes, man. He's running through these guys in the UFC, especially in that weight division. He's a power horse, but he seems like he has like a lot of cardio too. John Dotson doesn't tend to get hit that much though. He moves out the way, and when he does get hit, it's more of like a graze. It's not really like a big shot. He doesn't really take too many big shots. But then again, he always comes up short. I don't know why, man. The judges don't. Maybe because he's not active enough, and people think he's running around the ring, but he's really just fighting smart. He doesn't want to get hit. But I think I am gonna roll with Peter Yan. I don't think Peter Yan's gonna knock him out. I think John Dotson's gonna maneuver out of the way a lot. I also think John Dotson's gonna have more cardio than Peter Yan, even though Yan's cardio is really good. But I am gonna roll with Peter Yan to win by decision. I think it's gonna be a lot of strikes, but I don't see John Dotson getting knocked out. I don't see that happening. I don't see John Dotson knocking Peter Yan out. John Dotson does throw a lot of strikes, so for your fantasy picks, he's not a bad pick. Depending on what whoever the underdog is, that's gonna be the determining factor. I think John Dotson is definitely gonna be the underdog. He usually comes in as an underdog. I don't know why. Yeah, and the judges usually never give him their respect, I guess. But I guess you can't leave it in the judges' hands. But I'm gonna roll with Peter Yan on that one. Let's go to the next one. Liz Carmouche versus Lucy Podilova. Women's flyweights. I watched both of these girls fight too. Not really a fan of either one of them. But ranked 14 or ranked 6. Liz Carmouche is pretty good. She's kind of underrated too. Her grappling's really good. So I think I'm gonna roll with Lucy Podilova though. I feel like she's probably gonna be the underdog. She's ranked 14. Liz Carmouche is ranked 6. I am gonna roll with Lucy Podilova. I'm not sure how she's gonna win. Probably decision. But yeah, I'm not really interested in that fight, so I'm gonna just roll with Lucy Podilova. John Vellante versus Michael Olis. I'm not even gonna try to say his fucking last name. What is this? This guy, another Russian dude? It's Polish or something? Poland. Yeah, I knew it. He had that Polish last name. I'm gonna roll with fucking. I'm gonna roll with the Polish dude. I'm gonna roll with the Polish dude. John Vellante tends to gas out, dude. Every fight he has, he gasses out. I mean, I understand, like, when you're carrying around that much weight. I mean, big boys get tired, dude. That's just that. But I mean, a lot of the smaller weight classes, those guys be getting tired too, man. I don't know. I think if John Vellante works on his cardio more, I think he's gonna be a lot better fighter. But he's always gonna be an average fighter. He ain't ever gonna be a champion. He's never gonna be a champion. I mean, whoever is a John Vellante fan, like, I'm sorry, but like, honest truth, he ain't gonna be no champion. He's very one-dimensional. But shit, he's in the UFC. I'm not gonna knock him. That dude's getting paid. He's doing his thing. I'm just not really too much of a fan of him. I like the people he trains with, though. I do like the people he trains with. All those boys from Brooklyn and shit. Those guys are good, like really good. I just watched Elijah Ming Sterling's last performance, man. That guy's a stud. He's getting better with every fight. But I'm going off topic right now, so I'm gonna pick Michael. I'm gonna pick the Polish fighter on this one. I feel like it's probably gonna go to decision. John Vellante can usually take some fucking shots, dude. That guy can take a punch for sure. But yeah, if he can just work on his defense and his cardio, man, and actually like start throwing more kicks and shit, like he doesn't really throw too many kicks. He's very one-dimensional. He's more of like a boxing kind of brawler style. Those guys' careers usually don't last long. They get hit a lot and they just don't last long. You can't be one-dimensional in mixed martial arts. That's why it's called mixed martial arts. You gotta have other shit to go with it. But shit, who am I? I'm not a professional fighter or nothing like that. I'm just speaking my own opinion. And so I'm gonna roll with the Michael dude. Stefan Struve and Marcos Rogerio de Lima. I watched both these guys fight too, plenty of times. Fuck, dude, I remember. I can't get Stefan Struve getting knocked out by fucking Mark Hunt out of my head ever since that fight. Like, I don't know, man. 7-foot fighter, it's cool, but, and I give him mad props for fucking stepping in there, being that tall and like just being able to move your body around and shit and doing that. Like you get mad props for doing that shit, man. But I'm never confident in picking. Stefan Struve. He leaves his chin up. But I mean, it's hard to. I guess being as a 7-footer, I don't know. I'm not 7 foot. I'm only 6 feet. But this dude, he leaves his chin up every time, man. Someone throws an overhand and it's done. It's fucking done. Like, he's good with his grappling. He's really good with his submissions. I don't know too much about the other guy, Marcos Rogerio. I feel like Stefan Struve could get it done. He could definitely get it done, dude. Like, he surprises people all the time. But he's been in the UFC for a while now. Sometimes that doesn't mean anything. People are still fucking good. But yeah, I can't remember if he lost his. I'm gonna see if he lost his last fight. He did lose his last fight. I remember watching it too. I just don't remember who it was. I've watched so many fights since then. Yeah, man. I'm not confident in picking Skyscraper. I just feel like he gets tagged on that chin and it's done. So I'm gonna roll with Marcos Rogerio de Lima. Jan Blachowicz versus Thiago Santos. I like both of these guys, man. They're both fucking studs. These guys are beasts. Jan's ranked 4, man. After Jan's last performance, dude, against Jimmy Manua, I like Jimmy Manua too. I picked Jan to win that one on DraftKings, but I didn't think he was gonna do him the way he did him. I thought Jimmy Manua was gonna. I knew Jimmy Manua was gonna come in strong, and fucking. I knew he was gonna come in strong. Thing about Jimmy Manua is he's a lot like he's like the fighters in the UFC that can give a punch but they can't take a punch. Jimmy Manua, he's been through so many wars. I feel like his chin is just, it's done. If you tag that chin, it's a wrap. And I like Jimmy Manua. I wish it wasn't like that. And I remember when he fought Anthony Johnson, like, he got fucked up. Anthony Johnson is like one of my favorite fighters. But anyways, I'm gonna roll with fuck, dude, Thiago's a fucking stud too, man. They're both coming. They both had wins. Thiago's a beast, man. Both these guys. Shit. Fuck, I'm gonna roll with Thiago. I like both these guys a lot, but I think Thiago's gonna get the job done. Jan Blachowicz, man. That guy's last performance, though, he put Jimmy Manua to sleep. TKO'd him. But yeah, Jimmy Manuwa, he can't take a punch, man. That guy can give a punch, just like Alistair Overeem. He can give a punch, but he can't take a punch. So I mean, being like that in the UFC is not. It's not going to be a long career. Thiago Santos, he can give a punch and he can take a punch, and he's well-rounded. They're both well-rounded, but I'm gonna roll with Thiago Santos on this one. So yeah, those are my picks.